One of the biggest question marks with the Chicago Bears right now is the Bears' offensive line. On today's episode, me, C-Dub, and Bobby are going to discuss our faith in the offensive line going into the season. We're also going to ask, are fans going to be patient enough if the Bears do start to struggle, the offense at least starts to struggle at the beginning of the season, and who's the biggest candidates to be cut from the Bears roster before the season starts? We're going to get into all that and more right after this.
Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. We got C-Dub, Bobby, and myself, Haize, in the building to discuss our Bears. And yes, I'm letting y'all know I will be drinking beer during this. It is noon where I am. Fuck y'all judgmental asses. With that said, fellas, let's get into the topics for today, man. The offensive line is a huge question for a lot of Bears fans. And so, because we tend to like to be a little bit more level-headed here, besides C-Dub. C-Dub going to go off about something before the end of the show. You know what's coming. I want to talk about, like, realistically, how much faith do we have in that offensive line to start the season? Go ahead, Dub.
When you posed this question, I thought about the offseason and the draft and what we did to make this offensive line at least good enough out there. Mm-hmm. And when I say these names, I want to know what's y'all first reaction. I'm asking the two guys on the panel. When I say these names, I'll projected starting five: Braxton Jones, Tevin Jenkins, Ryan Bates, Nate Davis, Darnell Wright. Now I was looking at my guys. Facial, and it really was. It's okay. It wasn't nothing that blew them away, and it was nothing that was said. It was like ill. But I saw a pause when we get to Braxton Jones. There is a pause when you get to Braxton Jones. Is he going to make those knuckleheaded mistakes when you don't really need them? Because that's when these problems mostly seem to arise, when you 3rd down and 5 and he jumping off sides, and now it's 3rd down and 10, or he makes a hold at a bad situation. And then the center position, it was like I've seen a slight pause. I am on my psychiatrist kick here. Slight pause from you guys, from Ryan Bates. And it's because we don't know.
He as is. Like, what are you doing
here? When you hear Ryan Bates, we know he came from he was a center where he came from. I forgot what team it was.
Buffalo
Bills.
Yeah.
We don't know how he operate with the Chicago Bears or how good he is until we see him in actual action. Mm-hmm. I would say when you look at these names and with those 2 question marks in there, the whole entirety of the offensive line is just a question mark for me. And that question mark the question is, how good could they actually be? So I'm just going to wait and see type basis.
I don't know if I have more confidence. Maybe so going up and down the players. Darnell Wright, not worried about it all. Like Tevin Jenkins, not worried about it all. Those are the 2 ones that, as long as they're healthy, I have no concerns with them. Nate Davis, I mean, looking at his history, I think there's reason to have more faith than not. The biggest question is he going to be able to stay his damn black ass on the damn football field. And Braxton's good. He's good. He's not as terrible as some people make him out to be. He's not great yet. And I think at the end of the day, I just need Braxton to improve on some of his shortcomings, and he's going to be good enough as well. And then the center position. I don't know if our level of play at the center has been so terrible, but the fact of the matter is we've upgraded the center drastically from having 2 people there that we didn't even know if they were going to be even able to snap the ball correctly to start the playoff. So the offensive line isn't anything that I'm looking at and saying that it's this thing that I'm overly confident in, but I do have confidence that they can be good enough with everything else that we have, with the changes also, because I think that's a big part of this that we need to talk about also, is the fact that we are going to have a competent play caller there now that we didn't have, which is also going to aid in this offense overall playing better. So I think the offensive line is going to be good enough. I still do think by the end of the season, we're going to look at Ryan Poles and saying, all right, you patched together something that was good enough. Now we need you to make it great.
Yeah,
I think that's the way that the season's going to go for the offensive line.
For sure. And I agree with both of you guys. There's definitely going to be some things that you got to question, especially when it comes down to health, how guys fit in, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to placement and obviously the center position. But if we going, me personally, if we rating it on a scale to 1 to 10, I'm at about an 8 with the confidence that the
Oh
Bears
wow.
offensive line can be good enough. Will they be a
Okay.
great unit? I think we got to wait to see if they can do that on the field. But I think early on, now with guys, getting another year under their belt, obviously these guys are going to have to learn a new system as well. But now you're getting veterans at the center spot that comes from winning franchises. The Buffalo Bills been winning for a while now. The Los Angeles Rams, they've been winning for a while now, and we know the coach that Sean McVay is. So when we talk about Ryan Bates and Coleman Shelton, I'm confident that one of those guys, whoever the eventual starter will be able to provide some leadership to Caleb Williams and the other guys on offensive line. I think that we get back to what Nate Davis was originally signed for, and that's to being one of the best offensive guards in the NFL. I understand that, you know what I'm saying, he had the personal issue. I think he's able to move past that. And then I think you got Darnell Wright, who's only going to get better. Tevin Jenkins, you know what I'm saying, is going to be concerned with history, with the injuries. But we know when he's in the game, he's damn top-notch. And then Braxton Jones, like Haize alluded to, yeah, you have your concerns. But if he can clean up on the boneheaded penalties and the stupid mistakes, he should be fine. Is he going to be great? I don't know yet. But at the very least, I think that he's going to be good enough. And I think that showed with Ryan Poles not going in the first round, going hunting for another left tackle. And I think that those 5 guys, whoever those 5 guys may be, should be good. And then I also have confidence in the depth of the Chicago Bears offensive line. I'm looking at a Larry Bourne, probably not the best guy to fit in, but I would say that he held it down at least well enough with the offensive tackle spot and the guard spot. And the Bears have a lot of versatility to work with. Brian Bates has not only started at the center spot, but he's played some guard as well. The young guy, Karan, I ain't going to say his last name, that they drafted.
I just love saying his last name. I have no idea why. Amagaje. That's his last name.
So you look at him, you look at J. Tyree Carter. Maybe some people may feel he's a bit undersized, but he, in my opinion, for most of the part in the fill-in spots, he filled in pretty well. So would this be a great unit? That's still to be determined. But as of right now, I think they will at least be above average. So I think it should be fine.
And I give Nate Davis a little bit of, like, I don't want to bring the personal thing, but the man's mom passed away at the start of the season.
Yeah, that's
if my mama passed away, I need 8 months, bro. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Like, and I get it. You're paid to do your job, but there's a human element in it. Like, I don't know the relationship between him and his mom, but me and my mom, like, I lose my mama. Listen, I'm gonna bust out crying randomly in random parts of the day. Like, so
knock on wood.
Yeah, man. Prayers up to everybody, mom.
Hey, let me ask this question to you guys. Pro Football Network got the Chicago Bears line ranked 10th in the NFL. I think that's a little way higher. Yeah, that's crazy as hell to me. I think if you're going to go 15 to 20, but for an offensive line to give up 50 sacks in each year, the last 3 years, you can't get the center position, quarterback center exchange right. It's happened way too often. 10th is crazy to me. It's just nuts.
And see, and this is the type of overreaction. Like, I'm sorry, bro, and this isn't to come at you. Braxton Jones is not the worst left tackle in the division, bro. I'm sorry. No. He's not nearly like, and this is what I mean by, like, I do it. So this isn't, like I said, the shoot. Like, as fans, especially of one team, we tend to look at players' negatives and then we overstate them. Braxton Jones, the problem with Braxton for me, when I've had to add some perspective in it, is just that he is not really developed per the flashes he showed at the beginning of his rookie year. He's basically still the same player with the same limitations, but he's still an above average tackle. Everything supports that. The statistics, the sacks that he gave up, the Pro Football Focus grade, everything. Like, he is an above average tackle. I mean, tackle in this league. He just has to be better and improve, because our play on that offensive line has been so weak, especially from that center position, that has made those holes a little bit glaring. I do think that him being and everybody else is going to improve from the center play being better overall, and then health We didn't have health all up and down that line. And Tevin moving over to the left side, I think is going to help him out a lot as well. So
yeah, I think that when you rank the Bears offensive line at 10th, it's a bit going overboard. I would say they are the middle of the pack. Maybe if you say the middle of the pack is 16 in the NFL. Now, if you say they're above that, I'm cool with that. As high as 10, it's still to be determined for me. I think that is a bit too high. But like Haize put out there, the stats say otherwise. And then we got to keep it a buck. Quarterback play wasn't the best when it came out to getting the ball out early. That helps the offensive line. Offensive play calling wasn't the best when it come to helping your offensive line as well. That wasn't the best. And the biggest issue of it all throughout the entire season, we was sitting here like, bro, you can't snap in shotgun. Bro, you can't even snap when the quarterback is under center. What are we doing?
Come on.
So a lot of that stuff has to come into play, and we got to bring up the context about it. That's just all I'm saying.
I agree.
C-Dub's chair is crazy, bro.
That's wild, bro. You know we made when people are making up their avies based off stuff with us. That's crazy. But yeah, I think that the player is going to be. So, and I think people are going to be. If we have health, people are going to be surprised how much better this offensive line looks overall. Because keep in mind, we never got to see. Or it was like maybe the last 3 games of the season we got to see our projected starting offensive line all together. So
yeah,
I mean, I
believe in one of those games was against Atlanta, and that was the best game of the season. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're right. So we gotta continue to see patience with that. But talking about patience, brothers, I know the Bears offense had a bad day in OTAs, which I think people overlooked the fact that at the beginning of OTAs, they was giving the defense that business. Then they had one bad day. Everybody kind of overreacted. Bad days are going to come. And that brings about this second topic and second question. Will Bears fans be patient enough with all the weapons and everything that we've added? If this offense struggles at the beginning of the season, are Bears fans going to have enough patience for that?
No, they not, bro. There's no fucking way. We know our Bears fans and our people. You gotta love the bad, the negative things, and you gotta love the positive things, bro. They're gonna be ultra cynical, bro. You got still some of those Justin Field guys are still hanging around waiting for Caleb Williams to fail. You got some people who's just inheritably almost glitched out trying to say that word. Inheritably just cynical of anything that happens with the Chicago Bears. They want to just debate any of the things. One of the Chicago Bears could say, man, I'm from Alaska. Hey, man, you're not from Alaska. You're from the edge of Alaska. That means you're Canadian. They just want to debate. They just want to be cynical. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. So just no. No, bro.
I don't think they will have, I don't think fans will have much patience just because you already know that a lot of people, hell, included us, we said we expect playoffs. But some people has gone as far as saying they want the Bears in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, bro, that's a bit ridiculous to expect a rookie quarterback to do that. But at the end of the day, people are going to have their own opinions. That's why you got to tune in to the number one spot for Chicago Bears, everything. So we can give you the real. We can break this shit down. We can go back and forth, pick each other brains, and like, let's be real about this. And like a lot of discussions that we have, everything is not going to be black and white. It's going to be a little gray up in there to where you got to provide the context. So we shall see. But a lot of people, I'm with you, C-Dub, they're going to be losing their mind if the Bears lose week 1 versus the Titans.
Oh.
They're going to lose their mind. But I got confidence that the Bears will be fine. The offense, I believe it might struggle a little bit. Now, how fast is that? How fast can they right their wrongs is going to be determined by the offensive coaching staff and all players involved. Not just one person, all players involved and the coaching staff. Get your ass beat up during the OTAs, the mini camp, the training camps, against the team practices. Learn what you need to learn and push forward and figure it out. Sometimes you might have to take those baby steps to allow Caleb Williams to work with a certain amount of plays and then say, okay, as the season is progressing, we're going to continue to open this thing up. We shall see what happens. But for the fans, hell no. Haize, they about to lose their shit if we lose game 1.
Bro, it's going to be the sky is falling, bro. Like, and Bears fan, like, and I get, like, I don't understand, and maybe that's just me. Maybe I've just been blessed with the level head, even though I'm the crazy one, right? Like I'm the one who's always going off on people. But like the thing is like y'all gotta remember, I get it. I get all the hype around Caleb. I get how great Caleb could be, but y'all gotta understand that doesn't take away from him being a rookie in a new system with a new offense. It'd be different if Shane Waldron was here for 2 years and he has some solid fundamentals. He working the Getsy off everybody right now, bro.
Yeah,
Like
he's
the
working
Getsy
the
stinks
Getsy off.
getting off everybody right now. He got a lot ahead of him. Like I get it that we want to
That's a
see
great
this team,
point.
and don't get me wrong, the expectations should be there. But and I said I gave it to the bye week. That by that bye week, the offense needs to start being that well-oiled machine coming out of that bye week. That's when I want to see everything rocking and rolling on all cylinders. But there is a complete and utter world that, despite all the talent that we have offensively, the first 2 to 3 games look rough. That's why I said us having the defense that we had is important, because that defense, if we can win games early, do not be surprised if it's off the nature of how good that defense is being against opposing teams' offenses. This offense could struggle. Now, they could not. I'm not saying that we need to just assume they're going to struggle, but let's stop acting like we playing a video game, fam. It's not as simple as you add pieces, they're good pieces, you off to the races, and you never look back. There can be some struggles. There's going to be some shorthand that we may not have right away. That's why it is good that Caleb is there. He has been reaching out to players that they are giving him. I love hearing that they gave him the full playbook right away. They ain't doing none of that baby shit. We give you part of it. We'll add some. I love hearing that, because that shows the expectations that they have for Caleb in learning this offense. But it still can be a bit of a struggle to start this off, is all I'm saying.
I want to
It
say
absolutely
that.
can.
I want to say that getting the Getsy off is just the goated thing I ever heard
Facts.
the whole fucking year. That's just goated. But I
Yeah.
want to say this is a great opportunity the Chicago Bears have. Like, we have a top 5 defense by the end of the season, by like week 8 of last season on down to week 17. We was like a top 5, top 10 defense. So if we're not gonna, mostly teams in the NFL is gonna be contingent on how good your quarterback is, except if you got a top 10, top 5 defense. Then you have time for your quarterback, or you can set your quarterback to manage the game, or you can have a young quarterback and you slowly build his confidence in his know-how of the offense. We're in a great opportunity where we have a great defense and we got time for the quarterback to get acclimated with the system with Waldron. I love you saying getting the Getsy off. It's goaded, but he didn't have any Getsy in him. And this kid is made of something else. And so he's on a different level playing field. So we'll see. We'll see. I love that quote.
I mean, everybody else got the Getsy on him. DJ Moore's like, hold on, Shane. You sure you want me to run a slant on this one? You sure, Shane?
I still 100% believe that at the end of the day, when DJ Moore had that press conference at the end of the interview, he was like, maybe they do what I said I wanted to see, and maybe they don't. And then did you see his tweet that when Getsy was fired? Hey, that man literally went into that post sit down and was like, hey man, y'all need to get this motherfucker up.
Hey, come on now. When it's evidence of people saying they ain't using you right, bro. Come on, man.
He answered them right there. That was
these are
second
professionals, bro. These are professionals. They know what's a good play caller and what's not. So, RJ, I know you in the comments, you saying you a bit concerned about Shane Waldron's screenplays. It's not, the problem is not calling screenplays. The problem is how you use the screenplays and when do you call them. You don't call 3 consecutive screenplays inside your own 20. That's pure stupid.
And then the game where we all thought, hey, this is a game where screenplays are going to work at, he didn't call them.
Yes, against the Minnesota Vikings.
Bro,
Justin Fields got hurt.
Bro,
that's the game you call screenplays against the fact like that.
The fact that Getsy got another job immediately with no hezzy tells me that, hey, bro, Getsy got some dirt on some people, bro. Yeah. Either that or, you know, like some people interview amazingly well, and every time they hire the job, they be like, you suck.
Thanks.
He must be a killer in the interviews for sure.
Bro,
hey, I'm gonna tell y'all who got the most Luke Getsy on them, who's just he's just drenched in that shit, is Justin Fields. You can see the offensive coordinator. I want you to throw this out route. He was like, okay, where you want me to throw the screen? You know that's what y'all just saying. Where you
Leave
want me to throw the
Justin alone,
screen?
bro. That's crazy. Listen, that you know that's the first time that we've literally brought up Justin Fields in like months. But like,
Yeah,
hey,
bro.
listen, Justin Fields got to get a lot up off him, bro. Like, first of
Yeah,
all,
bro.
but that quote from Tomlin when he was like, "Yeah, there's a lot of meat on that bone. I can't wait to extract that meat." Hey, bro, whoa, no,
We like, hold on.
whoa.
Not why did he going to do what he going to do?
And the fact that nobody in there, they just kept holding the phones to his mouth. Like nobody looked around. And was like, "Hey, did he just say he wanted to extract some meat off?" This is why I will never, if we, as big as Chicago Bears Central is getting, if we ever get access, we send in Bobby. Because me and C-Dub, there's no way in hell, bro.
Ain't no
Because you
way,
put
bro.
me and Dub in a situation like that, I'm literally gonna be like, "Excuse me, what
Hold on. When I
did
heard
you
it, I
just
was
say?
like, hold on.
Did
First
you
of all,
did-
pause,
so-
nigga.
Mr.
Right in the press
Tomlin,
conference.
Did you just say you wanted to extract some meat off that bone? Did you just really say that
Right, what we doing?
with a
big dog?
straight face? Like, bro, that's crazy.
My nigga, say pause right in the media room. My nigga,
Pause.
say pause, bro.
Bro,
Ain't
would
no
have been
Diddy,
like
Mike.
Cameron on CNN. They would have been like, "Get this
Oh
nigga
my
up out
God,
of here, bro."
Cameron, go there, bro.
Yeah.
I love Cameron.
Yeah. So that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, man. Overall, like Bears fan, y'all gotta have some patience, bro.
You got
It's
to.
gonna come. Everything isn't built in a day, and like we tell y'all every offseason, we gotta tell Bears fans the same exact thing. You not fixing and solving every hole in one offseason. You
You're
not, bro. You not.
Yeah, he did a pretty fucking good job.
He did a pretty damn with four going into the draft with 4 picks, and in what like he did a pretty damn good
Yeah,
job.
he's not.
Yeah,
So-
a fucking good job, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
listen.
I mean, it is some you can complain about. I could see it. The offensive line. You might want another defensive end, but when you look at it as a whole, he did a fucking good job.
Yeah,
He did.
he absolutely did. All right, last topic of the day before we get up out here. Who do you guys think are the biggest candidates to get cut from the roster per the information that we have right now? But shout out to Willie Beeman in the chat. I ain't seen Willie Beeman here in like a month. Shout out to Willie Beeman, man. But what do you got? Who do you guys feel is the biggest candidates to be cut, man?
You going C-Dub or you want me to go?
Go ahead.
My first candidate up for the chopping block, Tyson Bagent.
Oh, you petty!
Oh, you didn't. You set some people off, bro.
I don't give
That's
a damn.
crazy.
The roach will be trying to infest the live. I don't give a damn. Y'all know
Ghost
who
and
the
Judah
roach
Trump
is.
sitting there looking at you like, nigga.
I don't give a
Nephew,
damn.
what are you doing?
But I got great reasoning behind it.
All
Hear
right,
me
let
out.
me hear it, bro. Let
Number
me hear
one.
it, bro.
The Chicago Bears pick up Brett Ripon. This is a veteran that's been in the NFL, who's familiar with this system, who should be one of the guys to put a little pressure on the other 3 guys that's within this quarterback room. And then the Chicago Bears went up and picked up another guy out of college, potentially a better prospect than Tyson Bagent, with a stronger arm than Tyson Bagent, in Austin Reed. There is a guy that passed for 4,700 pass yards in college last season. I know it's D2. Don't get me wrong. It's D2. It ain't the top of the top. But 4,700 yards to pass for ain't nothing to sneeze at. He was 3rd in completions throughout entire FBS. So this is a guy, I'm not saying he's going to knock somebody off, but the pressure is there. So Tyson Bagent, we seen him. We know he's capable of being a backup quarterback, but we seen the lack of arm strength. DJ Moore behind Tyson Bagent didn't get over 60 yards. I'm just saying, this is DJ Moore we're talking about. So with the other guys, the experienced vet that's familiar with the system and the young prospect that's coming out of college who put up huge numbers, there's some pressure on Tyson Bagent. I know the arm wrestling is your daddy's profession.
Jesus,
You might have to think about it. That's
this
all.
man went straight to back. I didn't expect that one. I mean, your
It
logic
ain't many.
is sound.
It ain't too many cut candidates, in my opinion. I got a few more, but I'm gonna let y'all take some.
I
of
mean,
that. That was my
thing,
first
in fairness, right? This is in fairness, and again, I don't necessarily think Bagent's going to be cut, but having Brett Ripon there, who is a veteran, who's familiar with the system, and then they basically did exactly what they did last year with Austin Bagent, with bringing in Austin Reed last year, this season as a undrafted free agent as well. So I get what you're getting at with that one. So
Yeah, it's just that I feel like right now with it being so tight, he gonna have to he's one of those guys that's gonna have to compete. And may the best man win because I'm all about competition. But he's one of those guys we seen some, some deficiencies. So hopefully he can correct those. And who gives a damn? Because Tyson Bagent, keep it a buck. The reports say he was a Lou Getsy guy out of the Senior Bowl. Lou Getsy is gone. I'm just saying.
Hey, I'm with you, nephew, on the real. And you already turned up the
And I got
chat.
two more, by the way.
I know you can.
go ahead. You might as well go ahead with it. Go ahead, pull the band-aid off. Go ahead.
Oh,
brother.
the next guy is Vegas Jones. I think that was the obvious one. That's why I didn't mention him first. When you talk about Vegas Jones, all the bonehead mistakes that he was creating last season, you better be on your best behavior, young fella. We got John Jackson III, who's Caleb Williams' buddy in USC. They got Colin Johnson. He was around last year. They kept him around this year for a reason. You got the returning guy that C-Dub was like, how the hell he keep getting on the team? And Dante Pettis. Then they picked up Peter LeBlanc. That's another wide receiver. And then if you trying to say that Vegas Jones is just going to be limited to kick return and punt return duty, the Chicago Bears picked up Ian Willer out of college, another running back or another guy who can potentially take your spot as a kick returner or a punt returner. So Vegas Jones, it's already a long list. You ain't going to be wide receiver number 3. Hell, you might not even be wide receiver number 4.
Vegas? Vegas may not be wide receiver number 6. What are we talking about?
So the opportunities are very, very limited. So you go ahead and muff a punt. You go ahead and fumble a kickoff, even though I think the rules are going to be favorable for Vegas Jones, the new rules. But if you ain't on your P's and Q's and Ian Willer slides in as the punt returner, kick returner, where else do you fit?
Home.
Yeah, he gonna be in his mama basement asking her to make them Pillsbury cinnamon rolls. That's crazy. So you got one more?
Oh, and I had Travis Homer. I think that was just a little tip in because I think it's just too crowded. I just mentioned one of the guys, Ian Willer.
First of all, a little tip in is wild.
Oh,
that's crazy.
No didn't.
That's wild.
I'm gonna let somebody else go.
I agree with Velus. I think Velus he's gonna have to be so good in special teams, because if he's just okay in special teams, like you said, Ian Willer being there, Dante Pettis being back as well, they could easily pass him up on the special. Like, Velus is not going to make an impact as a wide receiver more than likely this year. He's gonna have to, in training camp and things, be so good in whatever practices they doing in kick returning that he makes the roster that way. Now, I do think that they want him to be successful. I do think that they are like, hey, just show us something. Give us a reason to keep you, Velus.
Exactly.
But if he does not bring that, I do think he's gone. But outside of that, right, I'm gonna go to Larry Borum. I think Larry Borum up out of there.
Thought about it.
Yeah,
I think Larry Borum up out of there, bro. First of all, bro, like, I don't know if y'all saw his beard recently. Like, that beard tells me he's stressed. He got a stressed out beard, bro. He's stressed. He understands the seriousness of the situation. That beard is stressed out. And then I also think that Dominique Robinson, the reason why I have Dominique Robinson on here is that it depends on how good Austin Booker looks. Jacob Martin's a solid thing, but let's also not overlook the acquisition of Keith Randolph Jr. Now, I know he's primarily a D tackle, but let's not act like he hasn't been used some on that end over the course of it. And I think they are really, really have some faith in Keith Randolph Jr. as well. So I think that Dominique Robinson is going to have to show up and show that he can be that depth piece that he looked like in his rookie year. Because if he doesn't look like that, I think I could see them cutting Dominique Robinson and bringing in a kind of veteran that they can kind of trust a little bit more to be that fifth defensive end in that case.
Very good pick,
bro. And I think that we got a new house and we want to keep it clean. So we're not just gonna sweep the garbage in the corner. We're gonna get them all the way the fuck up out of here. We're gonna start with Larry Borum. Larry Borum, just like my man Drip said, this guy is at the bottom of Pro Football Focus list as a left tackle, and he's listed in all categories at the bottom, 6th and 7th, and 6 from the worst, 7 from the worst, stuff like that. He's garbage. It's time to get rid of Larry Borum.
Sheesh.
Velus Jones, I can see you getting an opportunity right now, but the writing's on the wall, bro. I think you had every apple out of opportunity these last couple years, but you continue to let your team down. And it's just as simple as holding the ball. We know how explosive you is with the ball, and you can make plays. The only way I'm willing to keep him is a punt returner or like a third string running back. But if we have to throw out the garbage, get him all the way out of here, cut him. Dominique Robinson, same thing as Velus Jones. He had a whole bunch of opportunity, especially when we got I forgot hairline man. What's his name?
When
again?
you got rid of
Bro,
Robert
come on,
Quinn.
man. He had
Robert
an
Quinn.
all-time great. You gotta remember. Bro, come on, bro. Come on. You can't that's a little bit disrespectful. The dude had one of the all-time great single bear seasons in history. He deserves a little bit more than hairline man, bro.
Right.
Especially
Come on,
coming
man.
from somebody with no hairline. You ain't got a hairline.
I'm bald. I cut my hair bald. I'm not in that character. I ain't character. So look, he had every opportunity. Him and the other guy that was here too. We was like, it's chance for these two young guys to come out here and make their place. He didn't do it. He didn't take advantage. Now it's the next year. We trying to move in a different direction. I think you take the trash out. You don't sweep them in a corner. So with those three that I said, Larry Burham, Velus Jones, and Dominique Robinson, get the trash out. Get it out. And Tyson Bagent too. Like, I feel what you're saying, nephew. Oh, bro. I just don't want to piss him off more. Go ahead.
Piss okay.
Piss off the Tyson Bagent fans.
Hey,
It's some
listen,
Tyson Bagent fans right here.
listen. And this is all jokes aside, bro. All jokes aside. Tyson Bagent is a solid system quarterback. I don't want to try to shit on him. But if y'all getting up in arms about somebody saying Tyson Bagent could be cut, you got to check your priorities, bro. Like I like at the end of the day, if Tyson Bagent does get cut, it would okay, yeah, that sucks. Like, but he was an undrafted rookie for a reason. Every team in the NFL looked at him 7 times and said no.
You petty.
I'm just saying, bro. Like when 32 teams look at you 7 times, that's 224 times somebody looked at them and said, no. No, some of y'all been turned down. Y'all send more DMs than that in a year and get turned down every single time. Then y'all think y'all the prize? Y'all the same motherfuckers. Like, what are we talking about?
Bro, you remember last year, bro? They thought he was the white knight, bro. Like he came to save the fucking Chicago Bears.
Bro, you know, I love nothing more is that because don't get me wrong, the offense looked okay during those games, but at the end of those 3 games, when on that next episode where I ran down the stats and then compared that to the 3 previous games for Justin Fields, and I was like, and I think on that episode I blind gave him. I gave the 3 stats, 3 games for Tyson, 3 games for Justin Fields, and I was like, all right, which one do you think is better? And handedly, every single one of them were better with Justin Fields. And people were just like, oh, yeah, exactly. You see what happens when you take the bias away, it just gives you the raw number. Like, and like I said, there's something to be said about finding a system quarterback that can be your backup, that can learn the system, be there, know the playbook, and step up when you need it. And Tyson Bagent could very well be that. But I'm just saying, if the Bears look at him and say, no, if y'all up in arms about that, I got to ask y'all, what y'all really upset about? Stop with the selective outrage. Let's be realistic in this motherfucker, bro.
Talk to him.
Let's be realistic in this. Like, y'all got to stop the biases, the narratives, and the bullshit. Like, we're the Chicago Bears. We ain't the Chicago bullshitters. And y'all, if y'all the same people who want this franchise to be legitimate, get up in arms and whine about a fucking quarterback like Tyson Bagent, like, let's be clear. Tyson Bagent is cool. Don't get me wrong. This isn't a negative. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing if Tyson Bagent stays on this roster. But if he goes and y'all up in arms about that, you got to touch grass and go touch a woman because you worried about the wrong shit.
Bro, I could
you worried about the wrong shit. I know none of y'all touching no money or no women if that's what the hell y'all worried about in real life. I need y'all to be better. We ain't narrative chasers. This ain't Ghost of Judah Tribe over here. I need every single person in this chat that subscribe to this channel to be better than dumbasses. I respect y'all more than that. Hold y'all in higher regards than that. I need y'all to be better and not be fucking stupid. I need y'all to be
facts. Hey, they said happy hour start at 8 p.m., y'all. Go get your ones.
Like,
Go
for
get your
real, man.
ones, fellas.
Hey,
Y'all
bro,
gotta
that
listen.
broadcast booth. Who was we playing? I think the Chargers. They was on his nuts. Oh my
Oh,
god.
bro,
It was a
listen,
prime
listen.
time game.
But
It was
y'all gotta
Chris
understand the thing is,
Collinsworth and them guys.
and watch the switch now, because the anti Justin narrative was those people loved Tyson Bagent, and I understand it. This is like whatever, we're past that, right? But now if Caleb comes and is who Caleb is going to be, y'all gonna see what people's real feelings on Tyson Bagent is. Gonna be like, Tyson, what Mike?
Who is that? Who?
What, who?
TB12.
Sunshine.
Not TB12.
So like y'all gotta calm down on the nerves. Is all I'm saying. Is that let the Bears be the Bears, man. I tell you what, if the Bears season comes down to whether or not Tyson Bagent is a good quarterback, we lost.
Facts.
That's it. We lost. We ain't win. We lost.
Ain't winning. Facts. This need to come down to Caleb Williams performing.
That's all I can say on that one, man. Y'all gotta go out there and touch some grass, and y'all gotta get outside, bro. Like every once in a while, you just gotta go outside, man. See, this is how I know. See, some of y'all kids just stay in the house with tablets, and y'all don't get off y'all asses and go outside and play with y'all kids.
That's how they go outside, Drip. They take
Like,
their
come on,
tablet
man.
and go sit outside with the tablet. That's how you go outside.
Y'all gotta touch some cheeks, man. Like y'all gotta stop chilling. I mean, like it's real talk, bro. Like get
active out here. That's what it is.
Yeah, man.
Listen, it's busting outside.
Any last thoughts before we get up out of here, man?
Yeah, man. C-Dub shares crazy. Shout out to you though, bro. Y'all make sure y'all keep showing support, bro. We still got the best coverage coming up, y'all.
That's
a
it.
fact. That's a fact. I need 16,000 subscribers before the start of the season. We 520 away. I need 16,000 subscribers before the start of the season. Y'all make sure, because some of y'all freeloading. Some of y'all in this motherfucker every single live stream and not subscribe to the channel. Stop freeloading. Y'all the same motherfuckers that are go and pay money for fucking what's Harrison Harry ass to ask y'all to pay to take a shot with him, but y'all won't come and support. We ain't asking y'all to pay to take no shots, but y'all ain't subscribed to the channel, but here every single Sunday during the live stream. Get your life, bro. Get your life.
Just say pull up. That's all we ask. Just pull up. But thank y'all for supporting the channel, man. Keep the legs in the chat for C-Dub. C-Dub chair, just make sure it's clean, big dog. That's all we ask.
Crazy. Bro.
I ain't in the Chicago area yet. I'm just saying. So I don't know if it's raining out there.
Soon
it's raining like a motherfucker right now.
Yeah, it's raining because the light refracts off C-Dub's head when he in that chair, and then it hits the clouds. The clouds go ahead and make it rain, bro.
My man
type
is a
of meteorology.
Yeah, bro.
You
can't have two suns in Chicago and expect it not to rain. Is all I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm back. I'm healthy again. Like the sickness is gone. I'm back. So now the jokes are flying again. But, all right, y'all make sure y'all follow us at Shy Bears Central, man. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave it.
Happy birthday to the first lady of the CBC, Shay. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Shay. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. It's Memorial Day as well. Shout out to all the vets as well. I know Memorial Day is supposed to be in remembrance of ones that we lost, but let's also celebrate the ones that we have here, especially the one on this panel, Bobby. And before we, matter of fact, before we go, I'm all for giving people flowers while they here, man. Shout out to these two motherfuckers over here, bro. Like, shout out to both these guys over here, C-Dub and Bobby. Like, listen, I get it. Y'all see my face more often because I do the dailies, but like this channel is not this channel if it's not for these two. When I even thought about starting Chicago Bears Central, these were the first two people that I reached out for because I could not do this channel with anybody else. And I've seen too many people, and I need the narrative to stop. This is not Haize's channel. This is Haize's, C-Dub, and Bobby's channel, and this channel would not be what it is if it's not for these two motherfuckers right here. You give love to these guys. Make sure you respect these guys. Just because y'all don't see them, don't mean they're not behind the scenes as well on episodes, helping make this channel better, cultivate ideas, all that type of thing. This channel would not be what it is if it wasn't for these two. So make sure you give these two love as well, man.
Shout out to my guy.
Hey, shout out to my man Drip, man. You the best, man. I appreciate
Hell
that.
yeah.
But Brandon L. Jet, you just ignorant.
What he say? What did Brandon L. just say?
He told Shay to go get her cheeks clapped.
Wow. Okay. All right. Y'all can follow us at Shy Bear Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. ChicagoBearCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message, and because I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole, you guys can follow us 773-242-9336. We're the #1 spot for everything Chicago Bears related. Man, I love you guys. Go Bears. Shot time up, bear down, y'all. Peace. That